Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show, Expresso on SABC3. Now, our guest this morning needs no introduction. He's a philanthropist. He is a comrades runner. He's a rapper. He's recorded 8 of his own solo albums, as well as 6 with the band TKZ. He's also in studio this morning to give us a bit of a motivational lesson and to brag about the brand new album. Congratulations, number 8.
Thank you, number 8. It's just, you know, I can only think back to when we started out in 1996. And if you told me that I was still going to be around like 17 years later, I wouldn't have believed you. I thought I was going to be a flash in the pan. But here I am, my 8th album, and still as excited as the first time round. The hard work only starts now. I mean, people always think, you know, after you record the album, it's kind of finished, but the hard work starts now because I got to travel, visit radio stations, come say how's it to you guys.
Yes, of course, you know you have to.
You know, to tell everybody that the album is out. But I'm up for it, and I'm still enjoying what I do. I think that's the most important thing. I'm falling in love with, you know, being in studio and being on the road. I think you got to, you know, to take away the bite, because it can get a bit hectic sometimes.
Now, you've collaborated with amazing artists on this album. What was it like with working with everyone? I guess I'm grateful to be able to call, you know, the who's who of the music business, and they immediately oblige, I must admit, you know. I mean, I've worked with, you know, my album is kind of an eclectic album, an eclectic mix of different genres. So, you know, I've worked with the big Nas guys on the Kwaito scenes, AKA, you know, the Parlo Tones. Who else? Now I've like forgotten. With this album, I'm also very keen to kind of get into the rest of Africa, and I've collaborated with a Nigerian artist called Gani. So yeah, I'm really excited about this one, and it's just always awesome. I always think other people's ideas are better than mine. So I work very well with other people in the studio because I never ever kind of push my agenda. I think their ideas are always better than mine, and I kind of feed off their energy. On a serious note, 10 years of sobriety is what you're celebrating this year. 10
years, 1 month, and 24 days exactly.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, even the sobriety thing, I mean, I cleaned up in 2002. Remember, I went to rehab, and I remember walking into the, you know, the Narcotics Anonymous rooms, and there was a woman who stood up, and because we all had to say, hi, my name is Kabelo, I'm an addict, you know, and this woman stood up and she said she was 12 years clean.
Wow.
And I thought, I'm never ever going to get there, you know, but here I am, and just to give other people hope, to say, you know what, if I can, you can. You just gotta, you know, apply certain principles, follow the suggestions you get given, and it can happen. You know?
For youngsters out there that are watching, what advice can you give them? They want to be like you, they want to be successful, but obviously, you know what the influences are in the industry, and
I guess, you know, from an industry perspective, you know, perseverance and hard work beats raw talent hands down 9 times out of 10. But I always say that the combination is deadly. So you come into the business, you know, you see people like Liesl on TV and us, and you think it's all glitz and glam. It's not. It's proper manual hard labor, and you got to be prepared to put in the time. You know, when it comes to drugs and such, I always say, you know what, don't get started. I've been down that road for you so that you don't have to kind of go through it. I mean, there's a 2% recovery rate worldwide. So I'm one of the lucky ones, you know, and you might not be. So don't get started, because it's easy to start, but it's really difficult to get out of it.
Kabelo, thank you so much for joining us.
Cool.
Thank you so much for that powerful message, something that really hits back at home and just gives our youth motivation that hard work does pay off. 100%. You don't need to do anything else.
100%.
Now, Kabelo is with us. If you want to tweet him, he's super frantic on his Twitter, so you can tweet him. He replies to everything. He's available on Twitter, so go ahead, tweet away. And we're going to go over to our kitchen right now. We're not sending you into the kitchen, Kabelo. I haven't heard about your cooking skills yet, but we're going to test out comedian Nick Rabinowitz's cooking skills.